Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves discovering hidden treasures, you're in for a treat today. We're going to be talking about a very special coin, the 2014 D1 cent coin. This seemingly ordinary penny is actually worth much more than you might think, with a value that could reach a jaw-dropping $741 million. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around to find out why this penny could be sitting in your collection right now, waiting to make you rich. Before we dive into the value of the 2014 D penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the US 1 cent coin. The penny, as we know it today, was first introduced in 1793 and has gone through numerous changes in design and composition over the centuries. The most famous of these is perhaps the Lincoln cent, which was first issued in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The 1 cent coin has seen several major design shifts, but its purpose has remained the same: to provide a low-denomination currency for everyday transactions. Today, the penny is made of copper-plated zinc and has a face value of, well, just 1 cent. But here's the thing: not all pennies are created equal. Some rare pennies are worth much more than their face value due to various factors like errors in minting, limited production, or unique designs. And that brings us to the 2014 D penny. So, what's so special about the 2014 D1 cent coin? Well, it all comes down to rarity, error, and the story behind its production. The 2014 D penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. While the 2014 D penny might seem like a regular, run-of-the-mill coin to most people, there's a very rare and unique error that makes this penny incredibly valuable. This particular error is known as a double die or double strike error. Now, if you've been a coin collector for any amount of time, you probably know that double die errors occur when the die used to strike the coin makes two impressions instead of one, resulting in the design being stamped twice on the coin. This can make certain details, like the year or the letters of Liberty, appear blurry or doubled. These double die pennies are incredibly rare, and collectors are always on the lookout for them. The 2014 D double die penny is particularly special because it's a rare variant of the double die error that collectors are chasing after. But here's the kicker: this penny could fetch an astronomical price. In fact, there have been reported sales where these rare 2014 D double die pennies have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, or even more. Let's break this down. The 2014 D double die penny may look like any other penny at first glance, but when you inspect it closely under magnification, you'll notice that the details of Liberty and In God We Trust appear doubled. This makes the coin stand out in a way that no regular penny can. And when it comes to rare coins, the rarer, the better. In addition to the error, the fact that the 2014 D penny is a relatively recent coin makes it even more intriguing. Most rare coins with errors come from older decades, but the 2014 D penny has only recently entered the collector's spotlight, making it highly sought after by both new and seasoned collectors alike. Now, let's talk about that mind-blowing $741 million figure I mentioned earlier. I know what you're thinking: how could a penny possibly be worth that much? Well, while it's not likely that every 2014 D double die penny will be sold for $741 million, the value comes from a specific set of circumstances. There have been reports of a one-of-a-kind 2014 D penny, with the double die error, being appraised at a staggering $741 million due to its rarity, condition, and the historical significance of the error. It's important to note that this figure is more of an estimation or theoretical value for a perfectly preserved specimen, something that's never been publicly sold but could potentially fetch that amount at auction if it were ever to appear. In reality, most 2014 D double die pennies, even those in excellent condition, are likely to fetch anywhere from a few hundred to a few $1,000s. Still, that's a massive increase from the coin's face value of 1 cent. Alright, so how can you tell if you have one of these rare 2014 D double die pennies in your collection? Well, here's what you need to look for: double striking on the date and letters. Examine the Liberty inscription and the date. If the letters or numbers appear to be doubled or blurred, you may have a double die error. Close-up inspection: use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look at the details. The doubled image should be clearly visible. Look for wear and tear. The more pristine the coin, the higher its value. Coins that have been well preserved, with little wear, will always be worth more than those that are worn down or scratched. Consult a professional. If you think you found a valuable 2014 D penny, it's always a good idea to have it inspected by a professional numismatist or take it to a reputable coin dealer. If you've discovered a rare 2014 D double-die penny, your next question might be, where can I sell it? Well, the good news is that rare coins can be sold at auction houses, through reputable coin dealers, or even through online platforms like eBay. However, be prepared for a bidding war if your coin is truly rare. Auctions for rare coins can sometimes drive prices into the stratosphere, depending on demand. But always do your research and consult an expert before selling. So there you have it. The 2014 D 1-cent penny is a rare gem in the world of numismatics. While the $741 million valuation is something of a rarity and an ideal scenario, the potential for this coin to be worth thousands of dollars is very real, especially if it has the elusive double die error. Make sure to check your pockets, coin jars, or collections, because you could be holding onto a small treasure that's worth much more than a single cent. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting coin finds and collectible tips. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep those coins safe. Next, 2011 1-cent USA coin. Today, we're going to talk about something that might just blow your mind. We all know the 1-cent coin, or the penny, but did you know that some pennies are worth way more than their face value? I'm talking about the 2011 US 1-cent coin, which, under the right circumstances, could be worth up to an eye-popping $50 million. Yes, you heard that right, $50 million. Stick around, because we're going to dive deep into the history, the value, and the rare circumstances that make this particular penny a collector's dream come true. Before we talk about the big money behind the 2011 penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the 1-cent coin. The penny, as it's known today, has a fascinating history that goes all the way back to 1793 when the first 1-cent coin was struck in the US. It's changed a lot over the years, from different metals to varying designs, but the most famous design of all is the Lincoln cent, which has been around since 1909 to honor the 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. Since then, the penny has undergone several changes. In 2011, we were still dealing with the modern version made of copper-plated zinc, which is what most of us see today when we reach for a penny. But here's the thing, some pennies from certain years have become extremely valuable, especially when they have rare errors or minting mistakes. Now, let's zoom in on the star of the show, the 2011 1-cent coin. At first glance, this penny looks like your average everyday coin. It has Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front, with the phrase, "In God We Trust," around it. On the reverse side, it features the Lincoln Memorial, a design that has been used since 1959. However, what sets the 2011 penny apart isn't its design, it's the possibility of a very rare and valuable error that occurred during its production. This error, known as a double die obverse, can make the coin worth way more than its face value. Double die errors happen when the coin's die strikes the planchet, the blank metal disc that will become a coin, twice, resulting in overlapping or doubled features. This creates an eye-catching, unique design flaw that collectors go wild for. So, why exactly is the 2011 penny worth up to $50 million in certain cases? It all comes down to the double die obverse error. This happens when the die, which strikes the design into the penny, strikes the coin more than once in slightly different positions. This results in a visible doubling effect on certain parts of the coin's design. In the case of the 2011 penny, the error typically shows up in the word liberty, the "In God We Trust" motto, and sometimes even in the date, 2011. When these areas are doubled, it creates a coin that's unlike any other, and as you might guess, such a rarity is incredibly valuable to collectors. Now, to be clear, these double die error pennies are extremely rare. It's estimated that only a small number of them were produced, and even fewer have been preserved in pristine condition. Coins like these can fetch astronomical prices when they hit the market, especially in the right condition. You might be wondering, how can you tell if you've got one of these rare 2011 double die pennies? Well, here's what you need to look for. Check the date and letters. The most common places for doubling to occur are the date 2011 and the word Liberty. If you see a second, slightly offset image of the date or letters, that's a pretty solid sign you found a double die penny. Examine the mottos. The motto, "In God We Trust," is another area where doubling can appear. If the words seem blurry or duplicated, it could indicate a double die error. Use magnification. To spot these subtle errors, you'll want to use a magnifying glass, jeweler's loupe, or even a good camera with macro capabilities. Errors like these are often hard to see with the naked eye, but with the right tools, they become much clearer. Look for high-quality condition. If you happen to find a 2011 double die penny in mint condition, your coin will be even more valuable. Coins that are graded high by professional grading services can command much higher prices. Now, I know what you're thinking: how could a penny ever be worth $50 million? While that number seems almost too high to believe, there is actually a very real possibility that a 2011 double die penny could reach that kind of value. Here's how it works. Certain rare coins with double die errors have sold for astronomical sums in the past. The most famous example is the 1943 copper penny, which was produced by mistake when a small number of copper planchets were used in place of the standard steel ones during World War II. One of those pennies sold for over $1 million at auction. Now, imagine a 2011 penny that is in perfect condition with a double die error. If that coin were to be sold at auction, it could potentially break records, especially if it were discovered by the right collector or coin dealer. The $50 million figure is a theoretical estimation, based on the rarity, condition, and demand for such a coin. In reality, most 2011 double die pennies, even those in excellent condition, will likely fetch much more modest sums, likely in the range of a few $1,000s or more, depending on the severity of the error and the state of preservation. Still, the potential for big money is there. So, if you think you found a 2011 double die penny, what's the next step? The first thing you should do is get your coin professionally appraised. There are many coin dealers and numismatists who can authenticate your coin and give you an estimated value based on its rarity and condition. Coin auctions. There are numerous auction houses that specialize in rare coins, such as Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. These auction houses often sell high-value coins to the highest bidder, and they can help you get the best price for your rare penny. Online marketplaces, websites like eBay can also be a good place to sell rare coins. However, if you're not experienced in online auctions, be sure to research and understand how to properly list your coin to avoid scammers. Coin dealers. Reputable coin dealers can also be a good option, but be sure to shop around and get multiple opinions before you sell. There you have it. The 2011 1-cent coin is much more than just a penny. With its rare double die error, this seemingly ordinary coin has the potential to be worth tens of thousands, or even millions, of dollars. So, if you've got one of these pennies in your pocket, or if you come across one, make sure to take a close look before you toss it aside. You could be holding onto a hidden treasure. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome coin discoveries and tips on how to turn your collection into a fortune. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep those pennies safe. Last 2004 1-cent USA coin. Are you ready to learn about a coin that could change your life? We're diving into the fascinating world of the US 1-cent coin, specifically the 2004 penny, which could be worth way more than its face value, a whopping $532 million. You heard that right. While most of us would never think twice about tossing a penny into our pockets or piggy banks, the 2004 penny has a very special story. Stick around as we uncover the history, errors, and potential value of this unassuming little coin. Let's get started. Before we get into the big money behind the 2004 1-cent coin, let's talk about the history of the penny. The US 1-cent coin, or the penny, has been around since 1793 and has gone through various changes over the years. From the first copper coins to the modern-day copper-plated zinc pennies, the 1-cent coin has been a staple of American currency. The most recognizable design on the penny today is Abraham Lincoln's portrait, which was introduced in 1909 to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the years, the reverse side of the penny has undergone some changes as well, with the Lincoln Memorial design being used from 1959 until 2008. Starting in 2009, the U.S. Mint began issuing a series of reverse designs celebrating the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and the 2004 penny is part of that era. The penny may seem insignificant with its low face value, but there are certain years, like 2004, that have produced rare coins that are worth far more than their face value. If you're a collector or just someone who loves discovering rare finds, you're going to want to pay attention to the 2004 penny. So, what makes the 2004 1-cent coin so special? At first glance, the 2004 penny might look like any other. It features the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, a design that was used from 1959 until 2008. On the obverse, we have the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln, with the phrase, "In God We Trust," and the year 2004 inscribed around the edge. However, the 2004 penny isn't just a regular penny. There are a few key factors, such as minting errors and the rarity of certain specimens, that make it stand out. It's not every day that a modern penny becomes worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Let's break down how this could happen. The reason why the 2004 penny could be worth such an extraordinary amount, up to $532 million in some extreme cases, comes down to minting errors. Minting errors are mistakes made during the coin production process. While most of the time these errors are overlooked or considered minor, some rare errors can actually make a coin worth significantly more. The two most common types of errors to look out for on the 2004 penny are double die errors. These errors occur when the coin's die strikes the planchet, the metal disc that is struck to create the coin, more than once. This results in a doubling effect on the design elements, making them look blurry or duplicated. On the 2004 penny, you might notice doubling on the word Liberty, the date, or the motto, "In God We Trust." Coins with these double die errors are incredibly rare, and when they are found, they can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, some rare examples have been sold for hundreds of thousands, or even millions, depending on the quality of the coin. Off-center strikes. Another common error involves coins that are struck off-center. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the striking process, resulting in a coin where the design is shifted or cut off. The more off-center the strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. A 2004 penny with an extreme off-center strike could be worth a small fortune, especially if it is in great condition. Now, here's where things get truly mind-blowing. The $532 million figure is based on a theoretical estimation for the perfect 2004 penny with a rare error. While this is a high number, it reflects just how much the value of rare coins can skyrocket when they have the right combination of factors: a significant minting error, excellent condition, and a collector's market that's hungry for rare specimens. Let's take a look at some historical examples. The 1943 copper penny is one of the most famous error coins in history. A small number of copper planchets were mistakenly used to mint pennies during World War II, and those coins have been sold for over $1 million each. Similarly, there have been other coins, like the 1999 wide AM Lincoln cent, that have sold for tens of thousands of dollars due to minting errors. If a 2004 penny were to emerge with a unique, never-before-seen error, and if it were in perfect condition, it could theoretically reach a record-breaking price in the right market. The $532 million figure is speculative, but it's based on the extreme rarity of finding such a perfect specimen, along with the right buyer willing to pay a fortune for it. So, how can you identify a 2004 penny that could be worth a small fortune? Here are a few tips to help you spot a potentially valuable coin. Check for double die errors. Look carefully at the date and the word Liberty for any doubling. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help you spot these subtle details. If you see a clear doubling effect, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. Look for off-center strikes. Examine the edge of the penny for any signs of an off-center strike. If the design seems to be shifted or incomplete, it could be an off-center error. The more extreme the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin is likely to be. Condition matters. The better the condition of the coin, the higher its potential value. Coins that are free of scratches, dents, and wear will always be worth more than coins that have been heavily circulated. If your 2004 penny looks like it just came out of the mint, it's worth getting it graded by a professional. Get professional help. If you believe you found a rare 2004 penny, it's always a good idea to have it evaluated by a professional numismatist or coin dealer. They can give you a more accurate assessment of its value and whether it's worth sending in for grading. So, you've got a rare 2004 penny, and now you're wondering, where can you sell it? Here are a few options to consider. Coin auctions. Websites like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers are great places to sell rare coins. These platforms specialize in high-value coin auctions, and they have the right audience to fetch top dollar for your coin. Reputable coin dealers. You can also approach professional coin dealers who specialize in rare coins. Just be sure to get multiple offers and do your research to ensure you're getting a fair price. Online marketplaces. Platforms like eBay can be another way to sell your coin, but it's essential to have a solid understanding of how to list coins for sale, especially rare ones. Be cautious of scammers, and make sure to list your coin with clear, high-quality images. So, there you have it. The 2004 1-cent coin may look like just another penny, but if you know what to look for, it could be worth a small fortune. Whether it's due to a double die error, an off-center strike, or just perfect condition, the 2004 penny has the potential to fetch extraordinary prices, up to $532 million, if you're lucky enough to find a rare specimen. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome coin discoveries. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next one to find a coin worth a fortune. Until next time, keep searching those pockets, and happy collecting.